Now let's explore the mystery of the pyramid builders together. Hello everyone, welcome to Ancient Secrets. Before we dive into the pyramid's construction methods, hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us keep revealing the secrets of the past. Now let's uncover some amazing facts about the pyramids. Over the years, many theories have tried to explain how the ancient Egyptians built the pyramids. Some have suggested that slaves dragged the huge stones across the desert, while others believe aliens had a hand in their construction. However, recent discoveries have painted a completely different picture. One of skilled workers who created these iconic structures as an act of religious devotion. Their ingenuity and determination continue to amaze us today. The pyramids weren't just tombs. They were grand temples dedicated to the pharaoh's journey into the afterlife. Imagine standing at the base of a pyramid thousands of years ago. The air is filled with the sounds of hammers, chisels, and saws as skilled craftsmen shape massive limestone blocks with precision. These are not slaves toiling under the harsh glare of the sun, but rather proud Egyptians contributing to a monumental project that will outlast their own lives. The idea that the pyramids were built by slaves is a relatively modern invention. It gained traction during the 18th century when scholars romanticized the idea of ancient Egypt. In their narratives, the Egyptians were portrayed as victims of a cruel system forced to work against their will on projects that benefited the pharaohs. This notion stuck around, likely because it fit nicely into a narrative of ancient Egypt as a land of oppression and inequality. However, new archaeological findings are turning this belief on its head. In the 1950s, excavations at a site called Dahshur revealed a village where many of the workers who built the nearby pyramids are believed to have lived. This discovery challenged the notion that they came from a single city, which would have made it harder to organize such a large-scale project. Instead, it suggested that these workers lived in small communities near the construction sites, creating a sense of camaraderie and shared purpose among the workforce. Recent studies have shown that the workers at Dahshur were not slaves, but rather paid laborers who enjoyed a high standard of living for the time period. They lived in small houses with courtyards and gardens, indicating that they were valued members of society rather than outcast slaves. The evidence suggests that they took pride in their work, seeing it as an opportunity to contribute to the kingdom and connect with the divine through their efforts. Archaeologists have found several bakeries and breweries near the pyramids, providing evidence that the workers were well fed and cared for during construction. These facilities would have produced enough bread and beer to feed thousands of people, ensuring that the workers had the energy to complete their tasks. The beer also likely played a role in religious ceremonies and rituals related to the construction process, connecting the workers to the pharaoh and the gods. The fact that the workers were not slaves, and instead proud Egyptians, who saw themselves as servants of the pharaoh and the gods, is a significant revelation. It allows us to see the pyramids not just as monumental structures, but as a testament to the human spirit of achievement and devotion. The idea that the workers saw themselves as religious servants helps us understand the immense effort and precision that went into each block of stone. Every hammer strike, every chisel mark, every block raised into place was another step toward fulfilling a sacred duty. The pyramids weren't just piles of rocks. They were a pathway to the heavens, a stairway to the stars that would carry the pharaoh's soul to the afterlife. One of the most astonishing aspects of the pyramids is their alignment and precision. The Great Pyramid of Giza, for example, is aligned almost perfectly to true north, with an error of just 3/60ths of a degree. This level of accuracy is mind-boggling, considering that it was achieved thousands of years ago without modern tools or technology. How did the ancient Egyptians achieve this feat? The answer lies in the ingenious methods they employed and the dedication of the workers who brought their vision to reality. First, the Egyptians used basic surveying techniques to determine true north. They observed the stars and followed their patterns to identify the cardinal directions. They also used simple tools such as plumb bobs and water levels to ensure that the pyramid's sides were straight and true. But perhaps, most importantly, they employed a technique known as the merc, a device consisting of a vertical post with a plumb line or water level attached to it. Using this tool, they could measure angles and determine the exact position of stars in the sky. With the merket in hand, they laid the foundation of the pyramid and carefully aligned its sides to the cardinal directions. As the pyramid rose, the workers used ropes and stakes to create lines of sight to the North Star, ensuring that the structure remained on course. This combination of basic tools Keen observation and unwavering dedication allowed the ancient Egyptians to achieve a level of precision that remains impressive even today. In recent years, researchers have become fascinated by the hidden chambers inside the pyramids. Using advanced scanning technologies such as magnetic resonance imaging and computer tomography, they've discovered voids and tunnels that challenge traditional beliefs about the pyramid's design and purpose. One notable void found in the Great Pyramid of Giza has led to speculation that it could contain a secret treasure chamber holding untold riches and artifacts. While no physical evidence of such a chamber has been found, the void itself remains an intriguing mystery that begs for further exploration. Another area of interest is the so-called Grand Gallery, a long, narrow passageway inside the second Pyramid of Giza. Researchers have proposed various explanations for its function, ranging from a ceremonial procession route to a burial chamber for the pharaoh's queen. However, its true purpose remains unknown, adding to the allure of the pyramids and inspiring further investigation. What secrets do these hidden chambers hold? What treasures or artifacts might they contain? The possibilities are endless, and the quest to uncover the truth continues to captivate explorers and historians alike. But the real question is, how did they move those stones? Recent experiments and studies shed new light on how the Egyptians managed to move and lift these massive stones. Previous theories suggested that the workers dragged the stones across the ground, but this proved difficult to test as the ancient pathways were long gone. However, researchers discovered that dragging stones on dry land was only part of the equation. The other part involved moving them through the nearby Nile River. By understanding the techniques they used, we can better appreciate the incredible engineering and logistical skills of the ancient Egyptians. One experiment conducted in 2015 sought to recreate the methods used to transport the stones. Researchers built a full-scale model of a pyramid and used clay replicas of the stones to simulate the construction process. They found that by wetting the sand beneath the stones, they could significantly reduce the amount of force needed to move them. This technique reduced friction, allowing teams of workers to drag stones much farther than previously thought possible. Additionally, the workers likely used a combination of ramps, sledges, and rollers to move the stones over long distances. By employing these methods, the ancient Egyptians were able to overcome the challenges posed by the terrain and move the massive stones with relative ease. The pyramids are a testament to human ingenuity, showcasing what can be accomplished when people work together towards a common goal. These iconic structures not only served as tombs for the pharaohs, but also as symbols of the ancient Egyptian civilization's achievements and beliefs. The pyramids continue to captivate and inspire awe in those who behold them. Thanks to recent discoveries and ongoing research, we are gaining a deeper understanding of how these magnificent structures were built and the societies that created them. From the skilled workforce to the innovative construction methods, the story of the pyramids is a reminder of the boundless potential of the human spirit. Thanks for joining us on this journey through time. If you love exploring ancient mysteries and historical secrets, don't forget to leave a comment below. Which fact surprised you the most? The idea that the pyramids were built by paid workers who saw themselves as religious servants, or the incredible precision with which they were aligned. Or maybe it's the mysterious hidden chambers that continue to baffle research. We'd love to hear your thoughts. And if you haven't already, hit that like button and subscribe to Ancient Secrets. Together, we can continue to uncover the secrets of the past and bring them to life for everyone.